What up, geeks? With this video you will be able to use variables, change the value while the program is running and show them on the screen, all in C language. A variable is a user-defined custom name assigned to a memory allocation. For instance, if you have done maths in high school, you will probably know that to represent a mathematical variable, we will commonly use x, y, or z. In C, to use variables, you must declare it beforehand. The syntax to follow is the following. Firstly, you declare the type of variable you want, and then you set a name for it. There are many data types, but we will start with the primary, because they are the ones that you really want to know at the beginning of your learning curve. Integers are declared as int, int. They are any number including positive, negative, and 0 without a decimal part. They have a size of 4 bytes. For example, 1, 2, or 3. To declare an integer for variable x of value 1, we will do int x equal 1 semicolon. Characters are declared as char in the C language. They only allow one single character, and it is 1 byte sized. We can even include numbers, as every character within the keyboard is represented in the ASCII table. So, as for example, we write the decimal 77, and our variable is a char character. The output will be a capital M. For example, G, T, / or 3, we can declare them with char equal quotation marks, semicolon. Floats, traditionally called floating point, are pretty similar to integers, but they allow the user to introduce decimal numbers and exponentials. It has a size of 4 bytes. For example, we would declare it as a float y equal 3.5 semicolon. The last important type is double, which basically are floats but with double precision. It is as simple as that. What this means is that with doubles, we are able to assign to a variable a number up to 64 bits. There are other variables types such as long and long, which essentially are expanded integers that can store more bits. Now that you know primary variables in C, we can print and scan correctly. Then, with all this information, how can we print a message on our screen? It is really straightforward thanks to the std.io library that comes with C, as we can use the function printf, which simplifies the printing process onto the screen. Printf looks like this. Printf, parentheses, quotation marks, and inside whatever we want to print, then quotation marks, parentheses, and semicolon to finish. That would print our own formatted string, for example, the famous hello world. If we want to print the variable we have to previously learn, we have to add an indicator of what data type we will print, and then the name of the variable. For example, if we want to print x equals 1, considering that x is an integer, and we have declared previously as an int x equals 1, it would look like this. Printf, quotation marks, %d, quotation marks, comma, x, close parentheses, and semicolon. Inside the quotation marks, we must put a %d to indicate we are printing an integer, and then outside the quotation mark, we add a comma. Then, we write the name of our desired variable. We can mix this with a specific message, such as value of x equals 1. In order to print it, we must keep the same structure as previously done, and then add the value of x as a normal text. This works the same for the rest of data types. We just have to change the indication of the data type next to the parentheses. Integers will be a %d, characters will be a %c, and floats and doubles will be a %f. If we want to print a specific amount of decimals in the float or double, we have to specify right before the f with a dot and the number of decimals. For example, float y equals 13.3434, and let's say we just want to print 13.34. we will do a printf value of y equals percentage dot 2f and the rest of it. If we want to print a jump line, we just have to add a \n to whatever we want. And the compiler, we know that right there must be a jump of a line. For example, printf I love learning with return geek \n like and subscribe. That's it for prints. Now let's have a look at how to use scanf. Scanf works similarly to printf, but there are some differences. We type scanf parentheses quotation marks, then the percentage data type close quotation mark, comma, and character with a variable name that we want to store in the information. Then close parentheses and put a semicolon to mark the end of the line. Let's say you want a program that requests the user how old it is. To do that, we need a variable age, which we store the age of the user and use a scanf to allow the user to enter its number from the keyboard. In this case, it's the age. We will do it as scanf parentheses quotation marks percentage %d quotation marks comma and age close parentheses and semicolon. It is very important to use the ampersand when writing our variables' names down in case they are primitive type. The user then will type the age and hit enter, and our variable age will receive that value and proceed to store it while the code is running in the memory. If we want to print this value, we have to do a printf %d age. To scan the rest of data types is exactly as the printf. Characters are scanned with a %c, floats and doubles with a %f. If you want to scan more than one character, let's say a word that is a group of characters, you should see the video that we will upload about strings. There you will learn how to print words, sentences, and more. Have a great day and see you soon, geeks.